Okay, so let's go ahead and indicate our X and Y axes here. It's not always easy to tell the way my grids come through. So I'm going to graph the feasible region for this entire system of inequalities. So I'm going to start with the first one, and I see that 2 and 3 divide evenly into 12, so the intercept method is a good way of graphing this. So when y is 0, x is 6, and when x is 0, y is 4. So 6, 0, and 0, 4. There's my first line. And then I need to test 0, 0 to see which way to shade. So I have 2 times 0 plus 3 times 0, and I want to know if that's smaller than 12. So shade towards 0, 0. So this side of the line. Okay, then so that was the first one. Let's look at the second one, where I have 2x plus 3y is greater than or equal to negative 6. Well, again, 2 and 3 divide evenly into negative 6. So the intercept method is a good way of graphing this line. So when y is 0, x is negative 3. When x is 0, y is negative 2. So I have negative 3, 0, and 0, negative 2. So here's my second line. And then I'm going to test 0, 0. So I have 2 times 0 plus 3 times 0. I want to know if that's bigger than negative 6. 0 is bigger than negative 6. So shade towards 0, 0. So you can see now we have kind of a little alleyway between these two lines. Okay, and then the third line, we have 3x plus y is less than or equal to 4. Well, 3 doesn't divide evenly into 4. So this one we're going to solve for y and get y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 4. So this one we're going to graph by starting at the y-intercept of 4 and then having a slope of down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So there's line number 3. There's number 1, number 2. Okay, so now we have y less than, so we want to shade below that line. So we're going to shade below this line. So now you can see that we have a piece of the alleyway that's not included anymore because it's above the green line. Okay, then the last two parts say x and y both have to be positive or at the least 0. So we want the boundaries of this region to be the x and y axes and only quadrant 1. So you can see that we just have a little triangle region right here. This is the solution region. And you can use Desmos to check your work. So let's do that really quickly. We're going to look at 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 12, 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to negative 6, 3x plus 4 less than or equal to 4, and then positive x and y. So I'm going to go over to Desmos. the graphing calculator. And then I'm going to show you how to graph inequalities. And you'll see that it does the shading with the color. So if I do 2x plus 3y, and I want to do less than or equal to, see how in the bottom left corner there's a little palette. So it's a special keyboard that goes with Desmos. This will also pop up on your phone. And it has the inequality. So I have less than or equal to 12. So see how it actually does the shading even. So then the next one I have here is 2x plus 3y, and I want greater than or equal to -6. So now see the part that's double shaded. So the part that's red only, not part of the solution. Blue only, not part of the solution. Only the part that's purple in the overlap is now part of the solution. So then I have 3x plus y is less than or equal to 4. So now see how it's the overlap of the 3 colors. So if there's only 1 color or 2 colors, that's not part of the solution. And then we can add in the x is greater than or equal to 0. It's getting a little messy. Y is greater than or equal to 0. So rather than have those show, I think it would probably be easier to move the graph and say, well, I know I only want to look at the part where x and y are positive. So I can see it's that triangular region that we came up with. So that's called the feasible region. Okay, and then I have one more example here where I want you to practice taking a word problem and figuring out how to turn it into the mathematical system of inequalities. And this is going to be a key piece of chapter 7. So make sure you get help if this is something that's challenging for you. I'm happy to do as many examples as you like until you start seeing the patterns and start seeing what's common between the problems. So we're supposed to write a system of inequalities that describes all the conditions and graph the feasible region. And in this case, we'd use Desmos because they're weird numbers that would be hard to do by hand. So a marketing director for a new vitamin supplement wants to place ads in 2 magazines. So I have 2 magazines, Sports Illustrated and Men's Health. And I want to put ads in each magazine. Well, I can kind of tell already that I'm going to probably want X to be the number of ads in Sports Illustrated and Y to be the number of ads in Men's Health. Okay, so the number of ads is going to be X and Y. So a 1-page ad in Sports Illustrated gets read by 3.2 million people. So 3.2 million people, and in Men's Health, 1.9 million people. So the marketing director wants to reach at least 20 million readers. So each ad in Sports Illustrated gets seen by 3.2 million. So 3.2 times the X will be the total number of people that see the ads, plus 1.9 Y will be the number in the Men's Health, and you want to be at least, so you want to be more than or equal to the 20 million readers. And then you want to place at least 3 ads in each magazine. So X needs to be at least 3 and Y needs to be at least 3. So it's fortunate and unfortunate that our language is rich and we have so many English words that translate into the inequality less than. We have smaller, lower, under, below. So it takes some getting used to figure out how to translate the English words into the mathematical inequality. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'm happy to help.